and said, you've been getting like about 700 people calling a week, in between 30 and 70 calls a day. And I went, my gosh. I said, all I've been doing is I've been mentioning it occasionally at the end of the shows. You, Paul, haven't even mentioned it one time, I don't think, but
I hate to kind of put myself in the category, but there were people out there that thought that this whole pound at 250 thing was kind of, I don't want to call it like
it works.
People thought that, it might take a little time to kind of get rolling.
Well, it started to roll in like 700 in a week, and I'm thinking this is great. And so I was telling everybody in the office, every friend of mine that I talked about how great this is. I told you, Tomas, didn't I, how great it was? I told Courtney Cadera, our executive producer, about it. And as I was telling Nikki, our social media person, Paul came on. I said, Paul, you gotta hear this. And I said, I just been mentioning this just on occasion. I just mentioned this pound 250 and then hit send and say CRN talk. And Paul interrupts me and goes, Larry Elder's been talking about it too. And I immediately stopped in the middle of my speech. I said, what? He said, Larry Elder, our new acquisition here at CRN, the great Larry Elder, the talk show host, sage from South Central, the El Dorados that are out there listening. He's been mentioning it apparently the El Dorados, and so now apparently it's like everybody from the Larry Elder show did it. And it wasn't me. I thought I was like, I could have demanded a raise from management because I thought it was all me talking about this. And it wasn't. And so once again, it's good to be humbled. Oh Lord, it's hard to be humble when you're perfect in every way. It's just been terrible. But you can get our new cell phone app. Paul, have you done it yet at my urging, or did you listen to Larry Elder?
I actually did it at your urging, Mike.
Oh, good. That's good.
I did.
You hit pound 250 and then hit send. And when prompted, say CRN Talk, and you get our cell phone app, and you can carry us everywhere you want to go. You can take us into the men's room. You can take us out of the basketball court. You can take us, if your phone is waterproof, out on the beach. I mean, there's so many ways you could do it. Take it to your garage mechanic while you're getting your car serviced, all sorts of good things.
Not to take anything away from the efforts, of course, your efforts, and of course that of Larry Eldrin and the El Dorados, of course.
Somebody else talking about it?
I don't know.
Greg Hunter?
Not Greg, but maybe Robert Conrad. Maybe there's been a mention.
Conrad talked about it as well?
Maybe there's been a mention or two there.
Really, that's the pro. Oh, all right, I gotta get myself back into shape here and get ready for the show.
Geico Motorcycle presents Reflections from the Road.
The day I knew I was a real biker was when I switched to Geico Motorcycle Insurance. Because real bikers, well, they know where the savings are. And you know what else makes you a real biker? A sweet tattoo. Check mine out. Just got it yesterday. It says Heel on Wheels. Wait, Heel on Wheels? Oh, man. Well, at least I got the saving money with Geico part, right?
Geico Motorcycle Insurance. See how much you could save.
Clean up with deals on top-quality hardwood floors from Lumber Liquidators. Tired of that old carpet? Replace it with stylish and affordable hardwood like 5-inch pre-finished oak for just 99 cents. It's easier to clean than carpet, and this week we've got it for less than half of what you'd pay at other stores. Or get easy-to-install click strand bamboo for $249. It's 2 times harder than oak, and now it's 42% less. Plus, laminate and more from 49 cents and 18-month special financing. Now is the time to roll up that dingy carpet and lay down a quality hardwood floor. Visit LumberLiquidators.com to find a store near you.
It's the PM show, coast to coast, CRN Digital Talk Radio. I'm Michael Horn along with Paul Stern. Lots of things in the news. Lots.
And they're not just talking about the Friday weekend edition that I did with Scott St. James.
No, this is the Monday edition, I'm sorry, that we're doing here on the big show.
Because we carried over a lot of topics throughout the week.
You did?
The Bruce Jenner, that one is that Caitlyn Jenner story.
Well, here's this thing. This Clint Eastwood and Caitlyn Jenner joke has been censored. Apparently, Clint Eastwood took a shot at Caitlyn Jenner during a Hollywood awards show, and TV executives think he crossed the line. Here's the great Clint Eastwood. I'm so tired of everybody trying to be politically correct. The great Clint Eastwood finally is going to tell a joke.
What could Clint Eastwood have
said? And then these TV execs think he crossed the line because it's not going to make the air. And apparently Clint this was Spike TV. This is some of the lowest of low biodegradable joke humor. I was there at roast of William Shatner. And I saw Sulu say something about bleep you and the horse you rode in on. It's like, ha ha, hardy har. That was okay at Bill Shatner's expense.
They could get away with
it. Don't talk about Caitlyn Jenner, American hero. Ooh. It's like, please, get the man some help.
Okay. Well, wait a second. On Spike TV, you can get away with just about everything, but apparently Clint Eastwood was censored.
Yeah, he was. So Clint Eastwood took a shot at Caitlyn Jenner during a Hollywood awards show. The TV execs think he crossed the line. It's not going to make the air. Clint was at the Spike TV's Guys' Choice Awards. I could hear the joke coming already. I could write one. You're at the Guys' Choice Award. I mean, yeah, some guys choose one way, some guys choose another. He was there Saturday, and he was going to introduce Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson, one of the all-time studs. Is that okay to say now? Can we call a guy a stud? Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson, and he mentioned that Johnson is an athlete who has jumped to acting much like Jim Brown and Caitlyn somebody. That was the joke. And it's unclear if he got any laughs, but apparently it wasn't that good of a joke, actually. It's unclear if he got any laughs, but Spike executives weren't laughing. Apparently a representative from Spike TV told USA Today that Clint's joke will be cut when the show airs later this month. All right, so maybe his joke wasn't that funny. Maybe that's why they cut it.
We need to get that news guy, the Zoe Tur, the former Bob Tur, the helicopter pilot.
Bob Tur from NBC News.
But Bob is no longer Bob, it's Zoe.
Yeah, it is Zoe Tur. He did the whole Caitlyn Jenner thing, didn't he?
Yeah, but I heard...
Does Zoe still fly? Bob, the man, used to fly. Does Zoe, the woman, still fly the copter?
I don't know, but Zoe's been quite outspoken on these gendered issues.
And here's the deal. This is a question between just a regular question. Would you feel safe if Bob Tur was flying the copter, or what is her name now?
Zoe.
Or Zoe, would you be a little nervous because, some people have, think that women can't do the job as well as men? Since we're being politically correct here on the show today.
I don't know.
Some people, not some feel that way.
I don't know if that is a question that
would you be nervous? I mean, how many female pilots? I'm sure women can fly just as well as men.
I think in the military...
They don't drive as well as guys.
Would you stop it, please? I think in the military there's a lot of female pilots.
Look at Tomas, you're smiling. You know what I'm talking about.
Am I not mistaken?
They're doing their nails and looking in the thing and all that stuff,
From what I understand, I think in the military there's a lot of female pilots.
Really? Well, that's good. That is good. Because I, for one, am, politically correct, and I think women can fly as well as men. Now, let's get to some more news here. So I missed out on this over the weekend, and I watch sometimes, I like horses and I like horse racing, and every time there's a chance for a Triple Crown, I watch it, and the horse that's up for the Triple Crown loses. And then this time, American Pharoah, the horse that was up for it, won, and I didn't see any of it. I didn't even see the replay.
Well, when you were up at the auction in Napa Valley, and isn't like a big deal that everybody at the end of whenever the race is about to start, they all get in front of the
They didn't know if they were going to air it because it was at the very end, and it interrupts the flow.
Who said that?
Someone told me that. I don't remember who, but someone did say it. It may interrupt the
that?
flow of the auction, so they didn't know. I don't know because I wasn't in the tent, so they may have shown it, they may not have. But the American Pharoah captured the Triple Crown on Saturday, registering a 12.3 27 metered market rating for NBC. This is huge. 12.3 27 metered market, that's good. The third best overnight for a Belmont Stakes on record, and they've been keeping records since 1988, coupled with California Chrome's attempt a year ago. And I watched that one, of course, California Chrome. Rust started growing there, and next thing you know, no Triple Crown. That scored a 12.9 rating.
Yeah.
This is the Nielsen People Meters history. This is the first successive Belmont Stakes have topped a 12-point rating overnight 2 years in a row. It's pretty good. And in the host New York market, that's where the Belmont is. I thought Belmont Shores were in California, but this is Belmont.
No, that's Belmont Village.
Okay, it's Belmont.
A senior citizen facility.
Belmont drew a 16.6 rating, 36 share in New York. That's up 5% from last year. It ranks it as the second highest Belmont in the market, behind only Smarty Jones' 2004 Triple Crown bid, which did a 20.538 share, but a good Smarty didn't make it there either. Anyway, New York's the number one market for the Belmont. The number one market, by the way, was Louisville. You would think a lot of good people like racing there. 44 share. That sounds like an old Wild Wild West episode with Robert Conrad. That's such a high rating. Followed by Baltimore, Tampa, St. Pete, Fort Myers, New York. leading out the historic horse race coverage. NBC, by the way, their coverage of the Stanley Cup delivered a 4.8 share. We're talking about 24.4 in Louisville. This was a 4.8 metered market rating. It was a broadcast TV record for Game 2 and up 5% over last year's double overtime between the Rangers and the Kings. Rangers and the Kings were the bomb.
Of course, Mike,
everybody's voting against the Blackhawks, by the way. Go Tampa Bay.
Mike,
Yes.
I don't know if you've ever spent any time at the track, but
I have.
Didn't you work with the late great Bill Garr?
Yes, I did. The great Bill Garr, horse racing recall. He was a specialist at that, and I learned how to exact a box. Bill Garr had various things he would use. One of which, and I've never seen this done with any other broadcaster. And I've looked at the greats: Vin Scully, Kurt Gowdy. I've looked at them all. Bill Garr liked to have like hands-free, and apparently this was before they invented the hands-free sports headset that has like the boom mic attached to it. So Bill Garr was one of the early developers of the hands-free format, and he was able to take, it looked to me like it was a coat hanger. In fact, it was a wire coat hanger, and he would bend it into fashion so it would go behind his neck and rest on his shoulders, and then he looped it in the front so he could put a microphone in there. So he had a microphone sitting there in front of him. He had his headphones on, and he could use his binoculars to actually call the race. Around the turn, and here they come, and he'd be talking like that, and he used this coat hanger device, which, if somebody would fill in for him sometimes and their neck was a little too big, it would destroy, the microphone would flip down and Bill would have to readjust it. But he was one of the very first to use this boom mic, better known as the coat hanger mic.
Didn't he, for many years, broadcast on radio station KIEV?
He did, the legendary KIEV in Glendale, California, now known as KRLA. Doing quite well in the ratings, by the way, with the talk radio. There is, I think, the number 2 rated talk station in the marketplace right now. Number 3 if you count the news station, but I don't count news as the talk radio format. It's a news format.
They got some guy in the morning, though. He does these newsmaker interviews where he starts getting cantankerous and argumentative with the people on the line.
Really? Yeah. Well, it's, really? The argumentative people on the line, it's going to get a little upset?
He'll get somebody on from the water board, and the next thing you know, it's like fisticuffs.
Really? When is that show on? I gotta tune that in. All right, we continue straight ahead. I gotta tell you about this woman that's from All My Children got kicked off a plane. You won't believe it.
Ka'anapali Beach Hotel, Maui's Hawaiian Hotel.
Located in the heart of Maui's premier resort, Ka'anapali Beach Hotel is officially recognized as Hawaii's most Hawaiian hotel and the #1 best value in Hawaii. With a range of accommodations and affordable dining options, this is the ideal setting to turn Hawaiian dreams into lifelong memories. Live Hawaiian entertainment every evening, free year-round children's programs, weekly arts and crafts fairs, welcome breakfast, and departure kukui ceremonies add to the value. Swim in the whale-shaped pool, indulge in the fabulous spa and hotel salon. Enjoy Hawaiian hospitality at its best at the Ka'anapali Beach Hotel. Call 800-262-8450 or go to kvhmaui.com. That's kvhmaui.com. Aloha.
Ka'anapali Beach Hotel, Maui's Hawaiian Hotel.
The scary thing about glaucoma caused by pressure in the eye is there are no symptoms. Untreated, it causes blindness. Glaucoma specialist, Dr. Brian Flowers.
Most people should get a complete eye exam around the age of 40. Not only checking the pressure, but someone needs to look at the optic nerves. Checking pressure by itself will only detect about 50% of the glaucoma cases. So someone really needs to look in the back of the eye and see how the nerve is holding up to whatever pressure that given individual has.
So see an ophthalmologist for this quick eye exam.
Once you get into the 60s, the checks become more often, approaching every year as you get to 65 and beyond.
Unfortunately, millions who have glaucoma never get this test.
You can walk around seeing normally, yet your optic nerve is under attack. If it's not addressed, then you will end up with profound vision loss.
To learn more, go to AmericanGlaucomaSociety.net. That's AmericanGlaucomaSociety.net. I'm Aileen Ellis. That's Primetime Focus, brought to you by AARP.
Hi, I'm Joan London, and if you're worried about your parent or a loved one living alone like I was, and you want reliable senior care information, then call A Place for Mom, the nation's largest senior living referral service. You'll get free information on assisted living, Alzheimer's care, nursing homes, even important financial information.
They had obviously researched every place, not just given me names. Really? They found me a place for what she could afford, and it was magnificent.
We're now very confident that she's safe, and they just helped every step of the way, and I can't thank them enough.
So if you're struggling to find reliable senior living information, call A Place for Mom. This is a free service, and you can trust them to help you.
If you're struggling to find reliable senior living information for your mom or dad, then call or go online to get the free help you need during this turbulent time. Call now, 800-471-5173, 800-471-5173.
Welcome back here to the PM Show, Monday edition, CRN Digital Talk Radio. I'm Michael Horn along with Paul Stern. You probably did it, Paul. That's what my guess is. Courtney Cadera, executive producer, and fabulous Tomas there pressing the button. So I saw this story. It was on Fox News with Greta Van Susteren. And it's a star from All My Children. Her name is Jennifer Bassey, and apparently she got tossed off a plane for being a risk to the flight. She's 72 years old, and apparently she gave the big old flight attendant the F you kind of thing or whatever, and apparently that's not the case, because they're going to report this in every stupid little story and this little online piece of crap that we get here. TMZ will tell you that. This is the story from Jennifer Bassey's mouth that she told on Fox News. She said she got on the plane, and she walked into she boarded the Delta flight to New York, from New York City to Indianapolis, and when she walked out of the lavatory, she said a female flight attendant said, "Are you going to flush? Aren't you going to flush?" And so what she said was, first off, that's not what the flight attendant said. She went ahead and Miss Bassey got out of the room and didn't know how to press the button. So she came on and asked the flight attendant, "How do you flush this thing?" And the flight attendant said, "It's the button over there." And she was in like a testy mood. And so then when she walked out, and this is wrong according to TMZ. They said the flight attendant said, "Aren't you going to flush?" That's not what the flight attendant said, TMZ. Wrong. What she said was, "Can you tell me how to flush this?" And the flight attendant got testy with her. And then she walked out and she didn't wash her hands, and the flight attendant said, "Aren't you going to wash your hands?" And Miss Jennifer Bassey said, "No, I'm not." And the flight attendant says, "You need to wash your hands." And so Jennifer Bassey said that she planned to use her own hand sanitizer, and not to have to tell her that. She said, "I'm going to use the hand sanitizer that I have. I don't like to wash my hands." So she went to her seat. The attendant followed her back to her seat and hovered around her because her laptop was open, watched her wash her hands. And then just before the takeoff, she had her laptop open, and the attendant bumped her hand and said, "Don't touch me. Don't you ever touch me." And that's when Jennifer responded. By the way, they asked her to close the laptop, which she said she was going to do. Jennifer responded by mouthing the profanity or whatever, and didn't say it out loud. The flight attendant said, "That little kid heard that noise." "Nope, I didn't." They repeated out loud, and that sparked a real huddle of all the flight attendants. The plane turned back to the gate. Two police officers removed Jennifer. She wasn't arrested. The cops said that they were called for an assault, but they found no sign that a 72-year-old woman had assaulted anyone. So obviously, a prune job flight attendant was having a bad day, bossing herself around. I understand that the flight attendants are in charge on a flight, and you can't joke around with them and say that you're going to do this on the flight or do that. But this whole thing is terrible, and I believe that Jennifer Bassey has gotten a lawyer to fight Delta Airlines where this thing happened. And to me, it seems like a stupid incident to waste a lot of time on, but hey, what the heck, it filled a couple of minutes here on the show.
We're talking about stupid incidents to waste a couple waste time on it. I don't know if you happen to catch it, but Elton John I guess he chastised an usher at a recent performance and brought the usher to tears.
About what?
The usher was going around telling people, I guess attended the concert, not to like wave their hands and kind of get excited and to get on their feet, and kind of the usher was telling everybody to kind of calm down, stay seated, to remain kind of where you are and everything like that. And Elton John said, "What are you doing? This isn't China." And he ended up making some kind of a reference, I think, to Adolf Hitler.
Here's the problem I have with that. There's all these protests around, some kid getting his head blown off or whatever because he tried to grab some officer's gun. And there's this thing, the latest thing here is the Texas, some police officers pushed some poor woman down, some girl down on the deal or whatever. She was, in the bathing trunks or whatever. Something. Here's the problem that they're not reporting to you is the officers said disperse and nobody dispersed. When I was a kid, Paul, you were raised by good parents. Tomas, you too. If a police officer told you to sit on the curb, you sat on the damn curb. When I'm driving my car, if I get pulled over, someone told me once, turn the lights on if it's at night in the car, put your hands up on the dash. Sometimes they'll let you go, they let you go. You respect an officer of the law. That's gone. These idiots that call themselves millennials, for the most part, are full of crap. They think that they can say and do anything they want. They've been raised by some deadbeat parents, and it's about time before we have some kind of a major standoff in this country between law enforcement and idiots that won't respect authority. So if you're listening to this show and you don't respect authority, I spit on you and tell you you're full of crap and you need to go ahead and get yourself put into shape. Because one of these days you're going to need that authority, and I hope to hell when you do, it's not around for you to find it and you really face the consequences of what you're creating in this country of ours.
You order a glass of your favorite Cabernet, fresh asparagus, hollandaise on the side, a filet, medium rare. You unfurl your napkin with a flair, close your eyes, and prepare to listen. Ah, there it is. The sweet music you long to hear. The sizzle. The sizzle of a Ruth's Chris steak.
The most magnificent corn-fed prime beef, broiled to perfection at 1800 degrees. Some call it a sizzle. We call it an anthem.
As the waiter approaches, you think, is this one mine or that one?
Ruth's Chris Steakhouse. Like Ruth always said, life's too short to eat anywhere else.
Make a reservation online at ruthschris.com or by calling 800-544-0808.
Did you know that with a bachelor's degree, on average, you can make almost twice as much over a lifetime than a person with just a high school diploma? Yes! According to the U.S. Census Bureau, you can make almost twice as much. Going back to college is now easier than ever. There are select online colleges that provide laptops to their students. In fact, there are thousands of college programs on your laptop. You can go to college anywhere and everywhere right from a laptop. Call My College Laptop and you can find hundreds of programs from accredited colleges and universities nationwide. Start a new career in law enforcement, business, information technology, healthcare, and hundreds of others. Call My College Laptop to find an online college that will provide you with a laptop. In no time at all, you can double your earning potential. Double your earning potential. Call now. 1-800-582-7531. That's 800-582-7531. 800-582-7531.
Homeowners, now is the season to be thinking about your roof, because all it takes is one storm to turn a small roof problem into a major leak. If it's time for a new roof, call Sears at 888-465-9720. You can save $500 if you call right now. Sears licensed fully insured contractors can get your roofing job done right. Just call 888-465-9720. Sears has a variety of shingles and styles that are built for long-lasting performance, and you'll save $500 if you call now. So call Sears for a free in-home consultation at 888-465-9720. Hurry, offer ends soon. Not available in all areas. Installation provided by Sears authorized licensed contractors. License information available upon request. That's Sears Roofing. Call right now and save $500. Call 888-465-9720. 888-465-9720. Call Sears now and get that roof repaired. Call 888-465-9720.
Know what's always on my mind, kid? Safety. I live, eat, and breathe safety. When I wake up in the morning, I have a large cup of safety with 2 sugars and a dash of safety. Safety matters. Your safety, my safety, everybody's safety. That's why I love Grainger. Grainger has the products, services, and resources to help keep our facility safe and our people safer. Now pass me one of those safety donuts over there. Call clickgrainger.com/safety or stop by. Grainger, for the ones who get it done.
CRN listeners, don't forget What's Cooking in Wine with certified wine educator and master sommelier Michael Jordan, coming your way every Friday night at 6 p.m. Pacific Time right here on CRN Digital Talk Radio. You'll find out about the latest trends in wine, food, and the good lifestyle. And by the way, Michael Jordan can talk to those of you that are really into wine and those that are maybe just discovering wine. The great educator Michael Jordan, What's Cooking on Wine, Friday nights at 6 p.m. Pacific on CRN. PM show on CRN Digital Talk Radio. I'm Michael Horn with Paul Stern. Thanks for joining us on our national broadcast. Going over the news stories of the day. Gwyneth Paltrow is in the news, and she is bristling at being compared to other actresses who have launched lifestyle brands. She calls it the media's tendency to lump them together, misogynistic. She was asked by Time magazine whether she looks at websites funded by Blake Lively, Reese Witherspoon, and Jessica Alba, and Paltrow shot back, quoting, "Now, I wonder if George Clooney would be asked about Puff Daddy's ancillary liquor line." So apparently, Gwyneth a little ticked off about, being compared to this. She went on to explain, quoting again, "I'm fascinated how the media in particular are so confounded by entrepreneurial women doing something outside of their box. Jessica, meaning Jessica Alba, especially, who's a friend of mine, our business could not be more different. There's not a lifestyle piece to her business. The fundamentals of our sites are very different." So, and she also continued, she talked about Reese Witherspoon launching her business. She said they have similarities, but hers has retail. People are grasping at straws to tie us together. I get it because it makes a good story, but I'm slightly offended by this sort of generalization that happens with myself and Jessica and Reese and Blake. So, a little perturbed. Maybe a little too sensitive. I don't know. It's reporters. What can you do? They're going to ask stories where they're going to talk to this.
I'm not even sure if I understand the story because I don't know kind of lifestyle brand anyone of these people have.
Well, they have brands, lifestyle brands that they do, and the media tends to lump them all together. It's when I think be happy they started something new and different.
When I think of a brand, I think of like a Donald Trump. I think of a Bill Shatner, somebody who kind of.
These are the companies they started, not just the name, not their name. It's a company.
Oh, they created companies?
Companies, yeah, a product line that they have. Now, that series Empire, which is going to come back in the fall on Fox, and apparently, did you watch it, Tomas? Did you like it? It's kind of like the kind of R&B sort of answer to Nashville on ABC. And the creator of that show, Lee Daniels, has got another diva in mind for the series. They're going to bring Diana Ross in. Oh, wow. Apparently, Daniels chatted it up in Hollywood here recently, and Taraji P. Henson, she's great. She was in that Person of Interest show, and she was fabulous there, and apparently even better now in this Empire show. She got a 10 for her rump shaking that has gone viral in the series. Am I right? She shakes her rump and gets herself all knotted up and everything. And talk of the new season with Diana Ross maybe got out, so Daniels, this guy Lee Daniels, is flustered. He forgot to pay for this whole thing. And so anyway, it looks like Diana Ross may be on the show, maybe not. I don't know. There's like a rumor that may happen as a guest spot. Wouldn't that be great? So they have different walk-ons with people that are on that show, just like they do on Nashville. What else do we have here for you? Bobby Flay is he got the honor Tuesday with his very own star on the Hollywood Walk of Fame, but it wasn't really a super banner day for him. He's a famous chef, as you know. Bobby raised his fist in victory, and someone else gave him the fist in the form of a flying indictment calling him a cheater. And apparently the banner tethered to an airplane high above Hollywood clearly refers to the allegations in which there's a divorce with the strange wife Stephanie March in the works, and the actress has alleged in legal docs that Bobby cheated on her. And so that she was flying over this thing and it said cheater. Wow. Well, that's pretty good. Now that's TMZ fodder for that whole thing.
Remember they used to have
That's good. I like that.
Those airplanes that would do, you go to the beach, they go to the beach and they would do the, what do they call those?
Is it Brill Cream or something on there?
Copper Tone?
Yeah. Maybe Copper Tone.
Brill Cream at the beach?
No, that was, I think it flew by my bathroom window when I was getting ready to come to work.
Never understood.
A little dab will do you, as I recall, with Brill Cream. Am I right? Do they still make Brill Cream? I don't believe so.
I think Ronald Reagan actually, didn't he use a little Brill Cream? Wasn't that kind of like
There was a guy in the men's room today. It's a true story at Bob's Big Boy down the road here, one of the fine lunching stops at the PM show. And he was there for a long time at the front counter there, the bathroom, the sink. And then as I was trying to get a towel and walk out, he said that his hair gel was very tough. And apparently he was breaking tines of his comb or something, trying to get the thing to loosen up a little bit. So not exactly your Brill Cream. Republican presidential contender Lindsey Graham says his party has room for transgendered people like Caitlyn Jenner. She's supposedly Republican. Someone made a comment that Bruce Jenner was Republican, and now maybe Caitlyn still is. And so on Vanity Fair, it's probably the first time a Republican's been on the cover.
Lindsey Graham has said this?
Lindsey Graham, the South Carolina senator, calls himself a traditional marriage kind of guy, but he says he can only imagine the torment that Bruce Jenner went through before becoming a transgendered woman. He hopes that now she's found peace. And he's, by the way, Lindsey Graham, an underdog candidate campaigning on the need to counter threats from terrorists and Islamic State militants. He shares the opposition, usually to same-sex marriage, expressed by his rivals, but says the Supreme Court is settling that question. So we'll see what comes up there. Tom Hanks, his son, Chet Hayes. Is that the name of his son, Chet Hayes? What a good name that is. It's kind of like the country singer Wade Hayes. Hi, this is Wade Hayes. I can play some country music for you. Wade Hayes. So, Tom Hanks' son, Chet Hayes, is in hot water again. This time he allegedly trashed a hotel room in England. I can't believe that they have problems again. It was, sometimes these kids, these siblings of superstars have some problems. And this happened last week. It was reported that police in England searching, or maybe this happened today. I think police in England are searching for a 24-year-old American man after he trashed a hotel room less than 2 weeks ago. But in an interesting turn of events, the supposed human wrecking ball is none other than Tom Hanks' son, Chet Hayes. That's H-A-Z-E, as in Hayes. I call him Hayes. I'm Chet Hayes. Anyway, Tom Hanks is an Oscar winner. His son has yet to confirm the allegations. Police have confirmed that on Friday, May 29th, they were called after a guest caused approximately $1,834 worth of damage at the Aurora International Hotel in Crawley, England. I was in Crawley, England one time and got all dirty and everything. I was on the floor crawling around in Crawley. Is that the way you say it? Crawley?
I've always actually wondered or worried that I would be accused of maybe trashing a hotel room.
But
I know it's never happened.
I've never did. I mean, come on, $1,834 worth of damage. We've got to get Keith and Sue, our English representatives, to say if it's a Crawley, England.
Whenever I'm in the hotel, I always try to take extra particular care of the room because I don't want to get an extra charge.
Well, Chet Hayes is an aspiring rapper, and he defended his right to use the N-word in the past and things. I think Tom Hanks has got some problems there with Chet Hayes.
Clean up with deals on top quality hardwood floors from Lumber Liquidators. Tired of that old carpet? Replace it with stylish and affordable hardwood like 5-inch pre-finished oak for just 99 cents. It's easier to clean than carpet, and this week we've got it for less than half of what you'd pay at other stores. Or get hand-scraped bamboo for $1.99. It's beautifully textured, and now it's 43% less. Plus, laminate and more from 49 cents and 18-month special financing. Now is the time to roll up that dingy carpet and lay down a quality hardwood floor. Visit LumberLiquidators.com to find a store near you.
At Choice Hotels, we know business trips start with a choice. Stay or go. You can press send or press palms. Start a chat room or chat in an actual room. Just remember, opportunities won't come to you. You got to get out there to get things done.
Should I stay or should I go?
ChoiceHotels.com makes it fast and easy to find a range of choice hotels like Comfort Inn and Suites. So stay with us for business and book now at ChoiceHotels.com. You always have a choice.
Have you ever considered adding a home security system but thought it would be too expensive? Here's the good news. There's never been a more affordable time to help protect your home, valuables, and your loved ones. You can now get a $100 Visa card from Protect Your Home, your authorized ADT dealer, with the installation of a new ADT monitored system. Here's even better news. Your new system, worth $850, is free. You pay just a $99 installation charge and purchase monthly monitoring for less than $2 a day. Call Protect Your Home today at 1-866-669-8954. That's 1-866-669-8954. Get the peace of mind that comes with owning an ADT monitored system, plus a $100 Visa card from Protect Your Home. Call now, 1-866-669-8954. That's 1-866-669-8954. 36-month monitoring contract required. General terms and conditions apply. Visit protectyourhome.com/terms.
Welcome back to the PM Show, Monday edition on CRN. I'm Michael Horn with Paul Stern. I'm a little amazed that a guy as nice as Tom Hanks, with a kid named Chet Hayes, who's a rapper. Apparently this Chet Hayes in England at the Aurora International Hotel did $1,834 worth of damage. What the hell did this kid do? And what kind of a problem child is he? I mean, detention time, hang him from his, knees upside down or something. There's got to be something here.
Sounds like Robin Thicke or something.
Yeah, and Tom Hanks seems like such a nice guy. Do you suppose he's that bad of a parent?
No, I don't.
Isn't he married to that Rita Wilson? You think it's maybe her fault?
No, but maybe he gave birth to some kind of bad seed or something. You never
I don't know. He must have been a cute kid for a while. I mean, Tom Hanks, he did, you said Philadelphia, Private Ryan, that Bachelor Party. Maybe there were some bad scenes in Bachelor Party, that young, impressionable Chet Hayes. And why is his name Chet Hayes? Shouldn't it be like Chet Hanks?
I would think.
Why would it be Chet Hayes? And
what's his name?
Anyway, and that movie, didn't he do that movie with that basketball Wilson or something in there or whatever? That was that thing where he was shipwrecked or on an island or something. Remember that movie?
Oh, Shipwrecked. That was another good one.
Was it Shipwrecked? I can't remember what it was.
Yeah, he was the captain of that ship.
I thought it was Wilson. And House of...
No, Wilson.
Then they had Wilson's House of Wool or something
No,
afterwards.
Wilson is his wife. That's Rita Wilson.
House of Lamb or Leather or whatever.
Lovely lady, Rita Wilson.
Do they still have Wilson's House of Suede?
I believe you can find Wilson's at the,
Wilson was in the Tom Hanks movie.
No,
was his kid in there, Chet Hayes?
No.
At Wilson's House of Suede?
No, but I believe you can still find Wilson's House of Leather and Suede at some of your finer, the outlet malls.
The kid needs to be spanked. Maybe, again, I'm not politically correct, but turn him over Tom Hanks' knee and spank the hell out of this guy. He's a bad... Who in their right mind does this is no respect for authority, $1,824 worth of damage to a hotel room. Am I right, Tomas? You've had bad days, right? I've had bad days. You ever take a baseball bat and want to beat the walls? No, I was a landlord one time, and you're a nice couple. They seemed very much in love, very cute, very attractive couple. They were out within 6 months, and there were holes in the walls of the house where the guy was going nuts, beating the hell out of the walls, and then they had dogs peeing all over the rug, and I had a new rug in there. I had to go ahead and change the rug out. I mean, these are the kind of slobs that call themselves human beings in this world of ours. And I think Chet Hayes should be made an example of. I think you should take him to Wayward Pines, and maybe that's the story behind the show. Drop off the lowlifes like Chet Hayes and some of these other people, trying to pull the officer's gun out of their pocket and then wondering why they got killed. You don't touch an officer, you back off, you listen to what the officer says, if he's going to beat the hell out of you, then you've got a recourse against him. Am I right? But don't provoke him. Get a half a brain cell. I think we should give that away on the air. Can we give away brain cells on this show? A lot of people would be happy to win some of those. Anyway, there's a side show that
This is a cat and mouse game that's going on in cartoon history, and it's going to maybe end this fall when Bart Simpson seemingly meets his demise at the hands of Sideshow Bob on The Simpsons, the annual Halloween special. Is this like weird? Do you find this weird on what they call adult cartoons, that they should be talking about the demise of Bart Simpson? Bart Simpson's demise came years ago when I turned the channel to Sunday Night Football. He just didn't exist anymore. Bart Simpson one day got to me, I flipped the channel, and from that point on, it was fun time at Sunday Night Football. And Bart was gone.
You like to watch the Sunday Night Football on NBC?
Well, yeah, not on Fox because it was Bart Simpson was on, but according to Entertainment Weekly, the executive producer of The Simpsons, Al Jean, revealed a plot twist during a Simpsons panel at this festival in Austin, Texas over the weekend. It was the ATX Festival. And Al Jean said, by the way, 2 first names, 1 male, 1 female, Al Jean. I'm one of the people, quoting Al now, I'm one of the people that always wanted to see the coyote eat the roadrunner. He said, I hated frustration comedy, so we'll scratch that itch. And Sideshow Bob, by the way, is voiced by Kelsey Grammer, was introduced in season 1 when his first of his many nefarious schemes framing Krusty the Clown for armed robbery. Remember that? Krusty gets busted. He was foiled by Bart and Lisa after failing to blow up Aunt Selma in season 2. Black Widower, remember that episode? Anyway, it goes on and on and on. We'll see what happens. Bob's quest to murder Bart began in earnest back in season 5 under Cape Fear and has continued in futility over the past 20 years. So we'll see what happens in this new season. We'll see what's going on. Speaking of Kelsey Grammer, I saw him in a play on Broadway. I was watching, to my amazement, the Tony Awards. And I hate award shows, and this is now my favorite award show because there's music. And instead of like showing clips and some boring people going, well, I want to thank, Uncle Bob because he used to get drunk at Christmas time and made me put on a show. All that kind of stuff. They thought, there's a guy like that. Thank Uncle Bob. He put on a show and I was drunk. And instead of that, they actually they have like numbers that are on the show. Instead of having people, rock and roll legends or country guys singing and everything, these are Broadway show tune numbers. And Kelsey Grammer played Captain Hook.
Didn't you recently go to some kind of a performance, some kind of a theatrical?
I go to a lot of them and fall asleep with my friend Bob Henry. Some of them are excellent. Sometimes, after a particularly heavy meal and maybe a glass of wine and the air conditioning's not working, you almost need a little bit of a cattle prod. But usually they're good. I like the ones, the last one I saw was my favorite musical of all time. It's Motown, the story of Motown. You gotta go see that. It's great. And there was one with drums, like you're hearing in the background one time. That one kept me going. Every once in a while, some of the classics. Let's just say I get a couple extra hours sleep.
CRN travelers, relax at the beautiful Fountain Grove Inn and Conference Center in Santa Rosa, California. Come to quality and come to luxury. Experience the newly renovated guest rooms. They're generously sized and they're decorated in the Tuscan tradition. They have great, incredible pillow-top mattresses, luxurious linens, and down-filled comforters. The Fountain Grove Inn also offers complimentary Wi-Fi and internet access. There's warm cookies and coffee every evening in the hotel lobby, and you can visit the newly remodeled Equus Restaurant and Equus Lounge with its new wine bar. It's the ideal place to relax and enjoy a glass of wine and watch our What's Cooking on Wine show on CRN with host Larry Van Alst on Wednesdays. It's the Fountain Grove Inn, Hotel, and Conference Center located in the heart of Sonoma wine country. It's easily located in Santa Rosa off the 101 Fountain Grove Parkway exit. Call 707-578-6101. That's 707-578-6101 or visit fountaingroveinn.com.
Are you nearing eligibility for Medicare benefits? Then you know now is an important time in your life. Medicare benefits can be a complicated puzzle. You don't want to overpay for your Medicare coverage or get the wrong plan. Let Health Markets Insurance Agency help you. With one free phone call, a licensed insurance agent will help you select a Medicare plan that's right for you and your budget. If you're becoming eligible for Medicare, call today and learn how to get the most out of your benefits.
800-793-1960. 800-793-1960.
Health Markets Insurance Agency is the DBA or assumed name of InSphere Insurance Solutions, Inc., which is an authorized insurance agency in all 50 states and the District of Columbia. Not all agents are licensed to sell all products. Service and product availability varies by state.
Call 800-793-1960. 800-793-1960. 800-793-1960. 800-793-1960.
Homeowners, now is the season to be thinking about your roof, because all it takes is one storm to turn a small roof problem into a major leak. If it's time for a new roof, call Sears at 888-465-9720. You can save $500 if you call right now. Sears licensed, fully insured contractors can get your roofing job done right. Just call 888-465-9720. Sears has a variety of shingles and styles that are built for long-lasting performance, and you'll save $500 if you call now. So call Sears for a free in-home consultation at 888-465-9720. Hurry, offer ends soon. Not available in all areas. Installation provided by Sears authorized licensed contractors. License information available upon request. That's Sears Roofing. Call right now and save $500. Call 888-465-9720. 888-465-9720. Call Sears now and get that roof repaired. Call 888-465-9720.
Welcome back here to the PM show. Michael Horn, Paul Stern. Don't get me wrong. I enjoy going to the theater. Family members that get me tickets all the time, but I go with Bob Henry, our Sergeant at Arms. And it's just fun to go to dinner with Bob Henry. And maybe bring in a real heavy wine to see if it'll put him out during the show. Like I like to bring sometimes Petite Syrah. That'll work on him real quick. By the second act, he's like gone for a while. And I will sit there and enjoy watching the show and then sort of look around to see if anybody's like, it kind of keeps me going. And here's the thing too, they're really good seats. They're like 11 rows back. Although I have heard, and this falls on deaf ears when I talk about that, fifth row center is the best seat in the house, and I've had, people tell me, no, it's too low. You can't see above the stage. And this many years ago as a KFI employee and covering the show scene at the Schubert Theater in Los Angeles, I was told by the lady who was the PR that she was giving me the very best seats, fifth row center. And that is stuck in my mind. Tomas, you've been a man of the theater. You go to the theater, and it's fifth row center, am I right? So these are like 11th row end. Not quite the end. And so here's the thing. When you're in an end row also, people will get up and walk over you, right? In a ball game or something. So I always wanted the end row at a baseball game. It's better to be in the center and smash through everybody's feet than sit down there. And then when you have to get up, they've got to move around for you. But they'll never go your way. And if it's not, like if I'm on a plane or something and there's like an aisle seat I'm trying to protect, I'm going to like the biggest slob ever. I'm going to have my feet out. I'm going to be reading the book. So like if you really want to sit there, you've got to interrupt me. Paul, you on the other hand, will look like, everything's available. And so next thing you know, they're sitting next to you. And I get away sometimes without anybody sitting next to me. Just by looking like I'm, grouchy and trying to spread my girth out as far as I can so people look and go, hey, sit next to that guy. Hope he's got good hygiene. You kind of want to have that look so people will stay away from you.
I've never wanted to be that last person to kind of board a plane and have to look for the seat.
Yeah, you want to get that number early. You're right. Now, Cheers. Speaking of, and by the way, the Tony Awards, great show last night. Cheers, the stage show, is being developed by CBS. The TV series Cheers, classic Cheers, is going to be developed into live theater. And that's the way you say it, by the way, theater.
I don't believe that's the way that you say it.
So Chet Hayes sometimes goes to the theater. And so the theater version of CBS's shows, and this is going to be the name Cheers Live on Stage. It's going to debut in 2016 next year. The production is going to showcase classic moments from the series. Oh, wow. This is according to Radio Times. And the company hasn't confirmed if any of the original cast members will be involved. Now, Kelsey Grammer playing Captain Hook there on that Broadway show, whatever, Captain Hook or Pirates of the Caribbean, whatever it's called. And he may be on there. He was very good last night on the Tony Awards. The original Cheers, by the way, premiered back in 1982, ran for 11 seasons on NBC, overcame low ratings in its first season. It became one of the decade's most popular shows. Ted Danson, Sam, remember the Playboy bartender in Boston? And there's a Cheers bar you can walk to in Boston that they used as a model to take the outside shots. And there was a great supporting cast. Woody Harrelson, Shelley Long, Rhea Perlman, Kirstie Alley later on, George Wendt, John Rasenberger, and then Kelsey Grammer. All those people in Cheers. The series ended in 1993, racked up 27 Emmy Awards. And so then they had Frasier as a spin-off series. That began and ran 11 seasons until 2004 after the show. So CBS is planning stage revivals for the sitcom The Brady Bunch and Corduroy also later on in the show. But Cheers might be coming back in 2016, so check it out. I got to get out of here. I just like to talk about the theater. And I'm going to go to the rap concert to see what damage I can do to Chet Hayes as he gets up on stage. Tom Hanks' son, little Chester. Chester Hayes. Wasn't he one of the presidents of the United States? Chester Hayes. He's a rapper. All right. By the way, Jennifer Lopez was sued for being too sexy. We'll talk about that Friday on the show. I'll tell you all the details. For Paul Stern, I'm Michael Oren. Have a great night.
CRN Digital Talk Radio prides itself on being the station of every situation.